Good day, everyone. I would like to present to you another gear review. Today we're talking about the Deer Mountain Forge Extreme Use Tomahawk. At the time when I purchased this Tomahawk, that was the name of it. I purchased it from Craig Barr. He's great. He's on Etsy. He sells these Tomahawks. It does not come with this sheath. This sheath was added by me. So that's your Tomahawk. And then you do have a belt loop that it comes with. But we're talking about high carbon steel head made out of tool steel. He would not tell me what the tool steel was, but from my experience and my use, I believe it is 01. He sells a few different configurations of these Tomahawks. This one is the one with the hammerhead on the back. There's one that is a spike hawk, and then there's one that is a pipe hawk. This Tomahawk is sitting on an 18-inch handle. It is about a 1-pound head. It is an amazing, amazing Tomahawk. So, let me flip it over real quick. You guys can see the other side. Great design, great sweep, I love it. Hammerhead is great, great finishing everywhere. It's got that rough, hard use look to it. The handle, the grain orientation on the handle is, not the best. It's a little off, but I have some other handles. You can buy this head separate from the handle and supply your own handle. It even tells you where to get the handles from. Or you can get it and it comes finished like this from Craig. I've never had a single problem with this Tomahawk. Well, I've never had a single problem with this handle. I did have one problem with the Tomahawk. And I've thrown this a bunch of times, and it's stuck in trees, and then it's not stuck. It bounced off, so it's been used quite a bit. So great Tomahawk. I've had one issue with this Tomahawk, unfortunately, and that issue was when I first got it a few years ago, and I was testing it out, and I was chopping into some fat wood. I destroyed my edge. Now, when I mean destroyed, there were 2 huge chunks missing out of this edge. I'll roll in a photo if I can find it. But I contacted Craig. I told him what happened. He told me to box it up, send it to him, and he would fix it. Took my Tomahawk, took it off the pole, basically reheated, reforged, regrind, reheat treated the Tomahawk and sent it back to me. And since then, I've never had a single issue. Now, the reason why I'm using this sheath here over the leather one that is supplied with this is because the leather sheath is now just a little too loose for my liking, and plus Kydex looks kind of badass. So those were my only reasons. One thing that I do want to point out is how thin this edge is. I'm actually not sure if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. How freaking awesomely thin this edge is. Go this way too. Hold that up. Make sure you guys can see. This is a ridiculously thin edge. What's great about that is, since this is only a 1-pound head on an 18-inch handle, it has a lot of power. I have a small forest axe that this can almost out-chop. And the small forest axe has a 19-inch handle and a 2-pound head. So just the geometry on this alone is very slicey. It's not going to be great at splitting. The head is, it's way, way too narrow here. That's where it bumps out, but all of this surface area doesn't really lend well to splitting, but it does bite super deep. It does great on branches, it does great on trees. We're going to chop down a green sassafras tree with this Tomahawk today. Here's our sassafras tree. We're going to go chop on this side. We're going to fell it to my right, your left, only because that's already the way the tree is leaning. So I already did one cut, set my shot, so here we go. that just blows through that metal. Back cut. There we go. Done. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the limbing capabilities of this tool. So this is the tree that we just cut down. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lop off some of these limbs. This is where this excels. It destroyed that tree really quick, but this is where I love this tool. Through. One. Oops. That was a miss. Two. Three. Now I got these small ones here. Work my way through. There we go. Got a few more little twiglets we want to go through here. I'm just going to take the hawk. Oops. Come through. These are all relatively new growths. Through. Single hit. Single hit. Well, not really. To it. Alright. So, we gotta take some more limbs off. Start down here. And oops. Little tap there. Tap there. Tap there. Tap there. A bigger one. There we go. Tap there. Tap there. Tap there. Tap there. You know, you can come in here and can make feathers. Feathers, curls, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, and you know, sometimes this is too slow for me. If I just need tinder, I'll come in and I will just go to town by making little shavings. Yeah, come back up and just drop this through. Knots are no problem for this. Actually, just go ahead and break the whole damn piece. So, tent stakes. You know, I need tent stakes. Done this already with this. Tent stakes, no problem. Come through. This is dead maple. Good enough for a tent stake. So, there you go. And that was hammered in with the Tomahawk as well. Come through and chop that out. There you go. I like that. That's not coming out of there now. Actually, it probably will. Get rid of that. I do want to sit on this later. Alright. Last test. Now this is going to show you what I mean by it's not a good splitter. So here's some pretty relatively dry wood. So you're going to split this for a campfire. It's a bit overkill. It's really all I got here. That would be about the size that I would attempt with this, but let's see. So, you know, it doesn't blow its way through. Should doesn't blow its way through, but you know, it does a pretty decent amount of damage. Probably. So that's all the way through there. That's not really going to do any much good or any more good, so I got to move my way up on here. Missed. There we go. The nice part is when you do make it through, it goes into the wood right below it. It goes right into your stump. Alright, one more. There you go. So, where an axe would probably be able to get that in one good shot, this can't. But that's alright. You know, I'll take it for some tasks. You know, this would be really nice to pair with a felling axe or something like that. Something much bigger. Do a little test here. This wood's kind of gnarly. But, you know, if you can do shavings with your hatchet or with your tomahawk, whatever it is, if you can get really nice shavings out of it and not big chunks, or when you can see runs or skips in it, that's how you know that, you know, this is sharp. And this isn't even hair popping sharp. I tried shaving with this earlier and I can't get it. I can't speak to the original edge that this came with because I've used it so much that I don't even remember, and I've had it for a few years. But, yeah. Just the fact that the curve here and this blade, when you come down and chop like this, kind of slices at the same time. This would be really good for crafting as well. This is some nice dead wood. This was, I believe, an oak tree across the street that had been dead for about 10 years. But yeah, so this just buzzes through everything. Final thoughts. Who is this for? Uses, positives, negatives. So this would be for someone who wants more power than a hatchet, but less power than a full axe. So like somewhere in that range of small forest axe with less weight, and probably about the same amount of portability. This is for you. You know, you definitely would want to use this. The biggest con of this entire tool is that it's a smooth handle. There's no palm swell at the bottom, so the palm swell helps basically stop the tool from flying out of your hands. When I use this with leather gloves on, in the colder seasons, I actually had this tool fly out of my hand. I lost grip on it. Flew off, nobody got hurt, didn't hit anybody, but definitely something to consider. I won't use it without, I won't use it with gloves on anymore, only because the pole has no palm swell. Super razor sharp edge, holds its edge forever. All of that cutting that you saw, that is not a hair popping sharp edge. That is a sharp edge, and it holds that edge forever. I really have had no issues or complaints. The biggest problem that I had was when the edge chipped out, and Craig Barr fixed that, did an excellent job fixing it. Other than that, absolutely no complaints. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to his Etsy page in the description below. Go on over and check it out if you're interested. He's got a whole bunch of other stuff, some knives as well. And then if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.